The Voice Team Blake members Kalvach and Madison Hughes battle it out on Every Rose Has Its Thorn. NBC's The Voice is currently in its second full week of battle rounds, and the competition on Blake Shelton's team is tough. On Tuesday night, October 25, Team Blake's Kalvach and Madison Hughes performed a rendition of Poison's classic tune, Every Rose Has Its Thorn, and although the ladies collaborated in a sweet-sounding duet, they were also competing to move forward in the show. The ultimate decision came down to their coach, Shelton. Hughes kicked off the performance, showing off her full alto voice, which the judges complimented. Kalvach then came in with her slightly higher, countrified tone, adding a different layer to the performance. The two sang back and forth for the duration of the performance, both adding their own personal flair according to their strengths. Overall, the two women formed an interesting duo, but it was Kalvach's range and tone that stood out to the coaches. Coach and Grammy-nominated pop artist Camila Cabello was the first to comment on the performance, saying Kalvach has one of her favorite voices of the competition. "With this song, I feel like you leveled up," Cabello said. "You did some really high notes, but you did it in a tasteful way that's so pleasant. It's just like butter." The Havana singer also commented on Hughes' voice, which she called gorgeous. Gwen Stefani and John Legend had similar notes for the singers, with Stefani complimenting both of them on their voices and stage presence. Legend said that Kalvach began to emerge as a superstar during the song. Although each coach shared their thoughts, it was Shelton who was tasked with choosing one of his singers to advance to the next round. He gave Hughes a positive note, saying he sensed a little Elvis in her voice, but he also critiqued parts of her performance. "I thought overall your performance was good," he says. "There was a few moments where I heard some pitchy things there towards the end." In the end, Shelton chose Kalvach to advance to the knockout rounds. Kate's voice. There's something really sweet about her voice and how connected she is with herself when she's singing, Shelton shared in an interview after the performance. "You can see it in her body language on stage, and she's just so much fun to work with." The Voice airs on NBC on Monday and Tuesday nights. One more battle round remains on Tuesday, October 25, and the knockouts will begin next Monday, October 31. The night was electric on NBC's The Voice as two of Team Blake's rising stars, Kalvach and Madison Hughes, went head-to-head in a vocal showdown for the ages. Their battle song, the iconic power ballad, Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison, a track that's rich with emotion and demands a delicate balance of power, control, and vulnerability. Both contestants were ready to pour their hearts into the song, each hoping to secure their spot in the competition and, perhaps more importantly, win Blake Shelton's favor. For those who have followed this season of The Voice, it's no surprise that Kate and Madison were paired together for this battle. Blake Shelton, with his seasoned experience as a coach, recognized the unique but contrasting talents of these two vocalists. Kalvach, with her sultry, smooth vocals and flair for emotional storytelling, and Madison Hughes, whose voice commands attention with raw, unfiltered energy, were set to deliver a performance that could be one of the most memorable of the season. The rehearsal tension before hitting the stage, Kate and Madison had an intense few days in rehearsal. The song choice itself presented a challenge. Every Rose Has Its Thorn requires a singer to bring both vulnerability and strength. It's a song about heartbreak and reflection, and Blake made sure to drive home that both contestants needed to connect emotionally with the song, not just deliver perfect notes. During the initial rehearsals, it became clear that both women were pushing themselves beyond their comfort zones. Kate, known for her controlled vocal approach, struggled with letting go and fully embracing the song's gritty emotion. She often hit the notes perfectly, but lacked that raw edge Blake was looking for. On the other hand, Madison came at the song with full force, almost too much at times. Her intensity was undeniable, but Blake had to remind her to pull back and allow the song's quieter moments to shine through as well. "It's not just about hitting people in the face with your voice," Blake told Madison during one rehearsal. "Sometimes the softest parts can be the most powerful." Shelton's guest mentor for the battle round, country music legend Kelsea Ballerini, also had some insights. She encouraged both women to trust themselves and lean into their strengths, but reminded them that teamwork in the battle was crucial. "You're competing, yes, but you're also making music together. It has to feel like a duet. Kelsey advised. Both women took the feedback seriously, and as the battle date approached, they grew more confident in their delivery, though neither knew what to expect from the other once they hit the stage. The performance as the lights dimmed and the band began to play the familiar opening chords of Every Rose Has Its Thorn. The atmosphere in the studio was thick with anticipation. The audience knew they were about to witness something special. The haunting guitar intro set the tone, and when the spotlight hit Kate and Madison standing across from each other on stage, it was clear that this battle was going to be fierce. Kate started the performance, her voice soft and tender, perfectly capturing the introspective sadness of the song. Her phrasing was careful, and the audience could feel the emotion behind every word. She took her time with the lyrics, letting the vulnerability of the song sink in. As the verse progressed, Kate's voice grew stronger, hinting at the power that was yet to come. Madison came in on the next line, and immediately the contrast between the two vocalists was evident. Where Kate's delivery was measured and smooth, Madison's was bold and full of fire. She attacked the lyrics with an edge in her voice that perfectly conveyed the heartache behind the song. The tension between the two styles worked beautifully, creating a dynamic push and pull that kept the audience on the edge of their seats. As the chorus hit, both women sang together, harmonizing in a way that made it clear they had taken Kelsey's advice to heart. The blend of their voices was stunning, but there was still that undercurrent of competition. Either wanted to be overshadowed by the other, and both Kate and Madison pushed their voices to the limit, delivering soaring high notes and gut-wrenching emotion. The bridge of the song was a turning point in the performance. Madison took the lead, her voice raw with passion as she belted out the lyrics, her emotion palpable. The crowd responded with cheers, clearly impressed by her powerful delivery. But Kate wasn't about to be outdone. As she took over for the final chorus, she unleashed a side of her voice that hadn't been heard in the competition before, rich, resonant, and filled with heartbreak. It was a true battle of equals, and the audience could feel the emotion pouring off the stage. The aftermath, when the final note faded and the stage went dark, the crowd erupted into applause. Both women had left everything on the stage, and the energy in the room was electric. Blake Shelton looked torn as he prepared to make his decision. "You two just gave me one of the hardest choices I've had to make this season," he said, clearly impressed by both performances. He praised Kate for her ability to tap into the emotion of the song, noting that her voice had a timeless quality that made her stand out. At the same time, he couldn't help but admire Madison's bold, fearless approach. "Madison, you just go for it every time, and that's something you can't teach," Blake told her. "You've got that fire." Ultimately, after what felt like an eternity of deliberation, Blake made his choice. The winner of this battle is Kate. The decision was met with cheers and gasps from the audience. While Madison had delivered a powerful performance, Kate's ability to control her voice and channel deep emotion had won her the battle. As Madison graciously accepted the outcome, Blake reminded everyone that the competition wasn't over for her. "You've got something really special, Madison, and I know we haven't seen the last of you," he said. With that, Madison left the stage, her head held high, while Kate celebrated her hard-fought victory. In conclusion, the battle between Kate Kalvach and Madison Hughes was more than just a competition. It was a masterclass in vocal performance,